Hi, Bridges and TK. Today we are going to do some color by numbers. So I have some a little bit easier and some a little bit harder. So first I want to tell you a little bit about the importance of color by numbers. So first of all, obviously we're coloring, working on those good fine motor skills, how we're holding the crayon, building up some really good endurance in our hands too, because a lot of times we're coloring a pretty detailed picture. We're working on some precision, some fine motor precision skills too, to stay inside of our lines, really controlling our crayon or marker, whatever it is that we're using to stay within those lines and not just doing big, huge motions. So some fine motor precision, hand-eye coordination as well to stay inside of there, and also some visual perceptual skills that I haven't really talked about too much, but what we would consider like some figure ground. So being able to find something in a cluttered field. So if we say we're looking for number one, okay, can you find all the number ones on the page? Okay, great. So working on some other visual skills too, not just the fine motor or hand skills, but also some visual skills as well. So as I mentioned, I did an easier one. So some of my friends in Bridges, this one will be perfect for you. So I actually just made this one. I found a really simple clip art of a flower, and I just wrote in my own numbers and key here. And then I have another website that had a few that you could choose from. If you can give your kiddo the choice, a lot of times that increases their motivation to participate in it. So this website that I found has a few of them. So Bridges or TK, feel free to use this one. But I know these ones were a little bit more challenging. So I did want to give some of my friends in Bridges a little bit of an easier one too. And some other tips and tricks for these. Obviously, not all of our kiddos are reading these, okay? So a good trick there is to color in the background for our key. Hopefully they can help identify the numbers, but then we're just gonna go over the key with whatever colors you have. So let's see, let me find some. So like 4 is brown. So I'll go over and I'll color over the word brown so they know, okay, 4 is brown. Okay, another trick too, so I would go through and do all of them. So 3 green, and you do this with the harder one too, not just the easier one. I just wanted to show you. So they know exactly which color to get, 3 green, okay? And so that is one trick, and I would do that on this one too if we need to, okay? So like 1 gray, color over that gray. So they see that, or mark under it 1 line gray. So they see, as opposed to relying on reading it. So maybe they can do it a little more independently. Our goal is for them to do this as independent as possible, but definitely give help to make sure that they are doing it correctly, following the key, staying inside the lines, but only give help when it's needed. Try not to give too much. So that's the first tip, coloring over so they can kind of do it a little more independently. The second one, if they're still having trouble or you notice they're really having trouble staying inside of the lines, something else I'll do, so like 1 is red. So what I'll do is I'll find all the ones and I'll outline it in the same color so they know, okay, this is red first of all, and I have to stay inside of this area. Okay, so that's another little trick that I'll do is highlight it. And again, you can do that on this part too. Or on this one too. This one's just a little bit more challenging, but you could definitely do that. So like 1 is gray. So I would go on here, find 1 and highlight that around there. So 1 is gray, and then I would highlight that. So same thing. So just like I did up here, I highlighted 1 is gray, and then I went over, not very great, and traced it so they see, okay, I'm coloring inside of this line. So not only is it helping them remember which color to use, but it's making that line a little more clear, a little more noticeable for them, another visual cue to really stay inside of that line there. Okay, so that's that for our color by numbers today. Feel free to try this one first if that's easy for them. Maybe have them pick out one of these, vice versa, whatever you think is best for your kiddo. Thanks.